Hey everyone, your first option is equivalent fractions with fraction tiles. To do this activity, you'll click the link there and then you'll make a copy. And once you've made that copy, you will be able to change your name at the top, move it to your math folder, and get started. So delete everything in front of equivalent fractions, change it to your name, and then click on the Move button. Right next to the title, it's that folder button, and you'll move it into your math folder so that your teacher can see it. Once it's loaded, I'll show you what you're going to do to practice in this independent practice. The first slide here is just an introduction and a reminder for you to move it to your math folder. Once you've moved it to that math folder, slide 2, you're going to see an example, which we're going to do together right now, and then you will be able to do the rest of the slides on your own. Here's the example though. You need to decide, are the fractions equivalent? So 3/4 and 6/8 are represented here. And over here are the different tiles that are going to load for you to decide if they're equivalent or not. And remember, the size of the whole must be the same, and all of these fraction tiles are based off of the same whole. So you'll be able to move those fractions and decide if the fractions are equivalent. So for 3/4, you're going to want to get 3/4 pieces, and for 6/8, you're going to want to get 6/8 pieces and line them up together to decide if they are the same length. Once you've done that, you'll be able to decide if they're equal or not and put the symbol that is true about those fractions in between. There's going to be an equal button at the top or a not equal button at the top. And so we're going to build that 3/4 now. Here's one of those fourths, 2, and they're overlapping a little bit, so I'll move those. I'm actually going to go to this page. It's going to move a little bit quicker for us. So I'm going to move those fourth pieces so that they're right next to each other. Then I'm going to put the 3/4 there. And then I'm going to make 6/8. So here's those 3/4, and now I'm making 6/8. And if they are the same length, I know they are equivalent or not. So as I move these eighths in, I'm going to be able to see if they are equivalent. And they are. They take up the same amount of space. So I'm going to use this equivalent button and put it in between these fractions. Now, if they were not equivalent, I would use this button to put in between those fractions. You're going to do the rest on your own. When you get to the very last slide, it will tell you to go back to Canvas, and you're going to either go to the other choice and complete that, or click next to see what your next directions are.